Hello, I'm Hyper G with Lucky Sixes.
How's it hanging?
Yeah, I could answer that. I'm not going to.
Left for me.
Really? You're right-handed. That's wrong.
I know, it's weird, but
yeah. Anyway, right, PTG Wooden Spoon Cup into the second half of the first round draw.
yeah,
Does that make sense?
kind of. So it's still first round there.
Yeah, absolutely. So get those votes coming in for the trophies, of course, or trophy. And this one is Infernal Dwarves, contributed by Blonde Bear and Squirreloid.
The big dog himself. Blonde Bear.
Who you claim is Dutch.
He is Dutch. The Orange Road. He must be Dutch.
Versus Ogre Cams, contributed by Pretty Boy.
Pretty boy.
Yep. So
Not my alter ego, I know.
you're full of yourself. You really are. So two favourites in the tournament, at least my personal favourites. Ogres are the official favourites because the poll voted that they will win the Wooden Spoon
The whole
tournament.
thing, yeah.
And I think the Infernal Dwarves are pretty good as well. So we'll see what happens. There's the lists. Like usual, we won't go through them terribly detailed here. Pause and have a little look if you're terribly interested.
A lot of scraplings in a big Bombardiers unit for
Yep.
ogres.
Pretty much. It's all about the Bombardier shooting unit, really.
An interesting Sabertooth and Mammoth Hunter guy. And then
Taurox.
Infernal Dwarves. The big Taurox.
Yeah,
unit is
big Taurox unit.
one. The Giant, which I love the Giants in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, we're big fans of the new Giant rules. So let's see how we go. You rolled up to be Infernal Dwarves.
Yep.
And I got Ogres, which was quite cool. I mean, Ogres is one of my many armies. So I'm looking forward to this one as well. We've got a bit of experience with Infernal Dwarves. Not necessarily these
More
units.
recently as well. I had a few battles against them.
Yeah. So do you want to take it from the top with Infernal Dwarves?
Yeah. So I've got on the hill at the back, I've got a Hobgoblin, bolt thrower, and a flame cannon.
Volcano cannon.
On my left, I've got my big unit of Taurox, 15 with great weapons. Then my giant. Then my armored giant. Yeah. He's got the whip for the slaves and stuff.
Yeah.
BSB's on a bull of Shamut. So that Archaean model is a bull of Shamut. Load of slaves in the middle with paired weapons. And then over here I've got my general engineer.
Yep.
And the, what's it called?
Blunderbuss Infernal Warriors.
Over that. Over to you.
Over to me, yeah. So in the very far corner, these skinks are pretending to be Nobbler trappers. And then up in the far corner, we've got some more Nobblers. Those guys are with spears. And next to them is the 3-man, or 3 ogre, if they can be called ogres. 3-person. I'm floundering.
Model.
Yeah, 3 models. Thank you. Yetis. And behind them is the 8 bombardiers with the general, Butcher the Butcher, who's a shaman. In the middle, holding the entire middle, proudly, is 20 scraplings with bows.
And they're the ones that went down first.
They went down first, and then, as is usual, you just got impatient and put everything down.
Yeah, I'm impatient.
Yep. 3 mercenary veterans on this side, on the hill. And also they're accompanied by the saber-toothed tigers and the Mammoth Hunter. No BSB in the Ogres army, which is interesting. Yeah. You got the first turn, but this is showing Vanguard. Because the Mammoth Hunter was with the saber-toothed tigers, they got Vanguard.
Yeah.
And also the Yetis having Vanguard as well. So, see how this goes. Yep. You're so Infernal Dwarfs with first turn. Over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So my blunderbuss guys, I worked out if I marched could shoot this turn, possibly. But anyway, I wanted to get into the mage to have some pot shots with molten copper because he's running alchemy.
Yep.
Possibly it might have been a bit of a mistake doing all that because I completely forgot he was an engineer.
Of course.
Over a mage.
Yeah.
Over just being a mage, sorry. So I kind of like, I looked at that and I was like, So I think
he had something that made his engineer role slightly higher range as well, up to like 12 inches or something silly. So yeah.
These guys just reformed. They don't have a musician, so just reformed to be a bit wider, just in case you want to come on. So I think it's an 11 to get there. My giant and BSB, thankfully, had enough movement to move over here, out of any sort of line of sight of the Yetis, and sort of quite safe for anybody that wanted to come forward.
Yeah, looking at this picture, I wonder whether the slaves were actually nearer than the Torok for the Yetis. I didn't see that at the time.
Yeah, possibly. It might have been out though by the. It
yeah, it might. But anyway, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Just spoiler alert.
And yeah, slaves just ran forward as much as they could.
Yeah, but they're not scoring, are they? So
no,
they're not claiming an objective or anything.
So these are my only. These two are my scoring units.
Yeah. That's right.
So yeah, then in Magic, I got pretty low casting Molten Copper, which meant it didn't go off.
Correct. So there was no miscast or anything.
Sort of stopped the Magic phase from happening, really.
Yeah, I'm into my turn.
And over to you, yeah.
Yeah, so Ogres, the Saber-Tooth Tigers move up on this flank, as do the Mercenary Veterans. I decided to move aggressively with both of them. I was too far to charge the blunderbuss troops. But I decided to move up aggressively, even though they could unload some shots, because I really wanted to get rid of this artillery. I had to get to it quickly. And I didn't really trust the trappers to do that, funnily enough. Also, I neglected to use the trapper special rule with the terrain. I probably could have deployed them in the forest to make dangerous terrain tests or anything that went through it.
Yeah.
But I kind of thought that getting the soft cover of the forest would be not enough to keep them alive from the oncoming fire. So yeah, I went with this tactic, which, yeah, see how that goes. The Hobgoblin bows stay put because they're doing a sterling job so far of holding the centre. Bombardiers are now free from the Yeti blockade in front of them because the Yetis have moved to this side, baiting the charge from the Tauruks. And the Hobgoblin Spears just moving a bit into the middle. So that's that. The shooting from the Bombardiers. This surprised me. It was obviously at long range, but I only managed to kill 2 of the Tauruks.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a bit poor.
Yeah, 8 Bombardiers. I was expecting a lot more.
Yeah.
As well, so I was quite happy with that.
Yeah. I was really thinking I'd be able to take at least 5 off, maybe more. Who knows? But yeah, it was only 2, so there's that. Bit disappointed in that. And yeah, the Hobgoblin bows.
Are you sure?
Not Hobgoblin bows, Nobbler bows.
Yeah, it could have been that. Could have been Magic as well. Doing 2.
Maybe it could have been actually.
But
I did have a magic missile.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see. So that's shooting from the Nobbler bows. There you go.
Yeah, if I remember,
only 3 though.
So yeah, to be fair. But I think I had the choice between lowering my my resilience, or letting a magic missile go through. And I thought,
yeah, and you went with keeping your resilience high, but letting the magic missile go through.
So
yeah. So shooting and magic combined, I've killed 5, but I still think only killing 3 is not great.
Hitting on 5s, wounded on 4s. I've got 6 up.
Yeah, but it's D6 shots per model. That's where the thing is.
Yeah, I think it's less as well.
Anyway, yeah. So, not a great start from the Bombardier shooting, I don't think. And then it's over to your Infernal Dwarf, turn 2.
Yep. Giant goes in, sees his chance, goes into the flank here.
Yeah, they pass the terror, but I'm not overly happy that I've let myself get in that position.
Yeah. Then these guys thinking, well, we can't lose 5 every turn.
No.
So, decide to charge in rather than wait for you to not charge me.
Yep.
Do that, and that's how. And they both get in. In fact, I think I needed 8.
Yeah, it wasn't long at all, and I can't believe I've let that happen, especially into the flank.
Yeah, especially considering it's only a little. I was only just in your flank.
I didn't even need to move forward. I don't think it wasn't as though they were in the way of the Bombardiers.
Yeah.
So Dolt.
Yeah, so I was well chuffed to be fair.
Yep.
My BSB decides to leave the orcs to it with the Noblars and go over here to either threaten this unit if I need help, or this unit, specifically looking at his general. This, I sort of go, I shouldn't have moved forward, and leg it with my general out of there to try and sort of save his points as well, out of line of sight of your not man-eaters, were they?
Merc veterans.
Merc vets. And I'd stay there just to get some charges and get some shots off, and making sure that if I can stand and shoot. If you charge me,
yep,
which is very likely.
Yep.
Get Word of Iron off because you dispel my magic missile.
Yep, I do. I'm choosing between one and the other, basically.
And all of my shooting, including the hobgoblin thrower and the volcano cannon, did 1 wound.
Yeah, to the saber-toothed tigers. Ouch. Or not ouch, as the case may be.
I was like, oh god.
Yeah, so not the day for shooting so far.
Yeah, and that was at that point I thought, oh, I've definitely overestimated my shooting, because there was a point where I thought, let's go. I thought that both these units could be handled, or at least like whittled down. Wow! And when I had one round of shooting and I did that, I was like, oh, I've made a massive mistake here.
Fair enough.
Combat sees me do quite a lot of wounds, but you're steadfast and you hold.
I do. Obviously not. They do have a BSB reroll, even though it's not a proper BSB because of the foreman, the Nobler foreman. But I think I'm passing without a reroll, actually. So
yeah,
general's there,
and then you turn around to face me, so I don't have a flank.
That's right. Yeah, I do.
And it's on to you.
Yep. For Ogre's turn 2. Oh no, it's not. Wait for it. Yeah. We've got the Taurus.
So you do 3 to me. I do 7. I think I do 8 actually. I think that's hiding something.
Probably.
So I just don't kill you. And then subsequently it's an auto break.
I flee, but stay on the board.
And I choose not to go after you.
You did not. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So now we probably will be on to my turn 2. So I think I have declared a charge with these guys on the blunderbuss, and I have lost 3 wounds worth, because one had already taken 1 wound.
Yep. Which I was pleased, because we don't suffer minus for standard shoots, so they're not too bad, and there's only 10 of them. So.
Well, yeah, an entire volley of shooting had done 1 wound, and then their standard shoot did 3, so that was alright. So that was that charge. They get in, of course. And I think that's my only charge, because over here I decided to do the bombardier shots on the Torok unit. Mm-hmm. My choice was to charge into the rear of the giant, or pretty much do this. Obviously, I did this.
You wanted to wipe out the Torok?
Yes, I did. I wanted to have another go at shooting them down. The Yeti rallies, so that's all good. Had we mentioned that you did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I wasn't listening. And the Merc veterans move up behind the Orc slaves. I had 2 choices with them, of course. I didn't think that they were needed in this combat. I could have charged them in as well. Actually, no, I didn't charge them in, because I thought after you've already used your stun and shoot, you might choose to flee it. And that would put both of these at risk of failing a charge and being in no man's land, which I didn't want. So I didn't charge a second unit in, and decided to use them to kill off the orcs if I could.
Yep.
And leave the trappers to move up.
Keep going.
Yep, hopefully. But then this is what my grand plan of moving the bombardiers to shoot at the Torok.
Again, very surprised.
Or are we doing exactly the same mistake as we did last time? Is this the magic missile?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, it probably is. Let's just see whether there's any more shooting damage. So the shooting damage from the Nobler bows kills 3 orcs, which they're plinking away, but there's plenty of orcs there, to be fair.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, now this is what happened. Yeah, so it didn't get any better. The magic missile, you stopped the reducing resilience spell in order to let the magic missile
Which
go
was
through.
clearly the right decision.
Clearly the right decision, because bombardiers go from killing 3 to killing 1. What is going wrong here? Am I just rolling really badly?
They are. But they're not rolling well.
No.
But Res 4 stuff is half the thing.
Yeah.
So what is it? So what on average, you can math it.
What, 8d6
8d6, what's that, 32?
28.
28.
Yeah.
So hitting on, because it's still long range,
yeah.
So hitting on 5s means...
yeah, a third.
A third of that, which is 9, 10.
Yeah.
And then 4 up, like 4 on 4, so 5 wounds, and then I've got a 6 upward, so maybe one of them, not 6 upward, 6 of armour.
Yeah.
Or 5 up armour? I've got 3 up at the minute because I've got shields.
And the spell.
So, actually, it's only 2 or 3.
I wish I'd worked that out before I made all my decisions.
Yeah. So you
Perhaps
did roll.
It's not as bad as I think.
You did roll bad, but not by a huge amount.
Yeah, and that meant that only one was dying.
Against Res 4 stuff. That's why I was prioritising the Res, because as soon as you take the Res down...
I'm wounding on 3s.
It gives them... So you get sort of 5 or 6 through. So...
Yeah. Cool. So, there's that. The giant obviously swings and kills some more. Not as many as he did last time, but by now the giant's cocked up 2 wounds.
Yeah.
And obviously that gives you more attacks.
Yeah.
Because you are attacking last.
That's the perfect place for that giant.
Oh, yeah, he's enjoying himself.
Against sort of not elite infantry.
Not elite.
I'm being kind.
Yeah.
But that's just what he loves.
Absolutely. And these guys absolutely breeze through.
And that's where they want to
those
be.
chaps. Yeah, they love that. It's quite a cool picture, actually. That was. The Merc Vets claim the objective for end of my turn 2.
Yep.
And it goes into that's the overview.
So at the bottom,
oh yeah, these guys have overrun
12, 11 or 12.
Nightmare. I think it was 11, but. It was annoying because out of these 2 war machines, what you're going to prioritise, definitely the volcano cannon. And I've now moved so I can't see the volcano cannon. It's annoying and gutting because I don't trust the trappers to take it out. And besides, I'm going to have another shot taken out at me. I was going to have another shot taken at me anyway. But I wanted to be able to charge them one after the other.
Yeah.
And so now I'm going to have to...
take 2 turns.
It's going to take a while to get rid of them. Yeah. So, on to Infernal Dwarves, turn 3.
Yeah, and I declare some charges, so my Tauruks go in to finish the job.
On the Yeti.
And my BSB goes into the Bombardiers, wanting to A, hold them up, and B, start whittling them down, really. If I can go against your general and kill a few there, I get him off, I think. Leadership-wise, I think I should be winning and making you at least test, and hopefully you'll fail some tests. So that's my plan there.
Ask me how I've allowed this to happen.
Yeah, I know, right?
I forgot he flew.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So I really wasn't thinking about him being a threat because I thought you chaffed him with a giant.
Yeah.
I thought basically you just made an awful decision in where to put him because you knew your giant was there.
To get him there, I do have to fly
over impassable terrain, yeah. So I obviously wasn't paying attention when you did it, or who knows. But yeah, I didn't see this threat because I thought it couldn't happen. So big mistake in allowing that to happen.
Yeah.
I'm now in combat with them. No, this is your turn, isn't it?
This is my turn, and this is the standard shoot reaction. You do 2 more. And I
clink.
Charging them. And they get in.
Whoop.
So all my charges get in.
They do.
I'm very happy that I'm all over there.
Yeah.
And getting out of that.
Doing all right. Oh, you've ambushed.
Oh, yes. And they've come on. So I'm thinking there. I don't really know why I put them there. I thought. There was a part of me that thought that they could go mano a mano against the Mammoth Hunter. But I don't know why.
What, this Mammoth Hunter?
Yeah, there's
over here.
Yeah, there's no reason. Well, I thought because if I stop the trappers charging in,
right? Yeah,
like another turn of shooting.
I fancied the volcano cannon over the trappers.
Yeah, well, so did I. But if I don't kill you, which is likely, then you keep me in for a turn of
not shooting.
Not shooting.
Yeah, that's true.
So I wanted to make sure I at least had one shot against someone. And yeah, but otherwise, I don't really know why I did that.
Fair enough. We'll see if it works out for you.
Get Word of Iron off on these guys again. I think you've prioritised the molten copper, so I managed to get Word of Iron here.
Yeah, because your engineer, although you think you played him badly in terms of helping the war machines, he is running around casting a magic missile, which is a threat.
Yeah, so. Well, it was good to have one of each actually, and throughout, and with him not being in combat, which was the plan. I was able to always get both spells would be useful. So
yeah. And then there's this. I schedule.
And I don't kill you off.
No, 2 wounds, and this partly because the Vizier,
I would say.
Yeah, he has the weapon. What's it called?
Burning Steel.
Burning Steel. That's it. And because the bombardiers don't really have armor, you're actually wounding on a 6.
Yeah.
The bull is a different matter entirely. That's wounding on 3s.
The bull did the wounds.
Yeah, pretty much. It's still not fantastic.
Yeah.
The bull probably could have done 3 wounds.
I get impacted 1, and that wounded, and then I got 1 more from the rest.
Yeah.
But I get charge, BSB, 2 wounds to your standard and thing. You're steadfast, and you hold.
I do hold. Yep, and that goes on. But I'm panicking big time. I do reform to get a more chance of being steadfast because obviously I'm not shooting in the forefront now anymore. So that was a successful discipline test, and I think there's a few more casualties over there.
Yeah, we've missed a few pictures, haven't we?
Yeah,
because I actually did it the wrong way around. So I did the giant combat first.
Yeah, you did.
And so I won that, and you stuck, and then I did the Toruk, which won, which killed your Yeti, and then overran into the thing. So instead of getting 2 rounds of combat, I've actually only got this.
The Toruks could have killed the Yeti and then attacked again, but you did that wrong.
I did it wrong.
I did think it was weird at the time, but it was benefiting me, so I played it nastily and didn't tell you. So
I've moved my general up a little bit, just to be there with a little thought in mind. There is a reason for it.
We haven't done this combat yet either, have we? So
have we done the combat, or have we?
We haven't done that combat, no.
Okay.
So let's see. There
we go. So I do 12.
12. Yeah, that's not my discipline test.
Yeah. You do 3 back, to be fair. Because I think we're at the same time.
Well, you were attacking at the same time.
Yeah. But and you run, and I catch you.
Yep, they're gone. And that's how it looks at the end of your turn 3.
Far enough away to be happy.
Yeah, we took a bit of a breather at this stage, didn't we?
Yeah.
We ran out of time for that night, and so we had lots of time to discuss how the battle was going. We pretty much agreed that the mistakes I'd made meant that ogres were probably fighting an uphill battle at this stage.
But you were going to get the objective.
I was going to get the objective because I was 1-0 up at this stage, and your scoring units there, or scoring unit.
They don't really want to threaten the other units, so they're not going in the middle.
So if I could clamour enough points to add to the objective, there was still half a chance for the ogres. So this was a decision. I didn't know how best to use them to maximise getting points. I needed to take out these guys. I didn't think there was anything else I had that could do it. So I went for it. I debated just moving the character out and then sending the saber-toothed tigers out elsewhere. I just didn't know if it would be worth it or not. So,
I think in the long haul, I think that's the right thing.
Yeah. And I charged into your general.
Yeah, who straight away fled.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Which is the idea, because you're quite a medium charge here.
Yeah.
But obviously if I flee, it makes it a really, really
I think I needed a 7 on Swift Stride.
Yeah,
so it's very doable.
So if I get 6 and up, it basically means you can't get him. I fled through my unit and
through my unit,
through your
the
unit,
bombardiers.
so didn't take any wounds, so happy days. got my BSB over there, so I'm hoping I can rally in on its turn. You didn't.
I failed my redirect.
Yeah,
Gutted.
which meant I couldn't get into your orcs.
Yeah.
Again,
The orcs was a longer charge.
a gamble another gamble and risk I was taking for having the general fleeing.
Yeah, and in the meantime, in your turn 3, the volcanic cannon did 2 wounds to the merc vets as well. But yeah, so that was the charges in my turn. Obviously, I'm stuck over here, so nothing much I can do about those. I've got into that combat, of course, and the trappers just step aside, really. Nice ambushing, hobgoblins.
Yep. Again, I don't know why I did that.
Yeah. I managed to reduce the strength on the bull. I say the bull because the guy on top is wounding on whatever the weapon dictates. So, reduce the strength of the bull. I can't do the magic missile anymore because I'm in combat.
Yep.
And these guys, the trappers, killed 2 hobgoblins. Yeah. Just because they can. Not necessarily thinking it's going to do much in the long run. Yeah, easily enough. Take out that guy.
Yeah.
And reform to face the volcanic cannon. Again, I mean, I could have reformed to go towards that corner, but need to get these points.
Yeah, I think so.
And over here, in this combat, you finish off the champion.
Finish off the champion, and I think I do an extra wound through his special ability.
Yeah, the flaming everyone in base contact thing.
Yeah, so
whatever that's called. Volcanic embrace.
Yeah, win combat again, but you hold on steadfast.
I am indeed steadfast, yes. But there's no help coming for them anytime soon.
No.
That's my issue. Look at this for kills.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the giant rolled really well and the Taurex helped.
Yeah. Yeah, giant did about 8 or 9 wounds, and the Taurex just added to that. And
I think you rolled a 6 for your Thunderstomp as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, happy days. You then, being in your turn as well, which is bad, you fled off the board.
Yeah, and you reformed.
Reformed to face.
I had reformed these guys to go 4 wide again in the hope that I might be able to get the giant in the front. Yeah.
Wasn't to be.
Was not to be. Notice I'm not saying I did manage to get the giant in the front. I couldn't really work it out with the pivot
and even
on
if
the
you
giant.
Gone one more wide, it wouldn't have been steadfast.
No.
Anyway, so.
Yeah. So, naturally, that charge was declared. He didn't charge with the Taurex, though.
No, I didn't want to. It was sort of similar to one we had before. I didn't want to give you any extra attacks. Come and go last. So
yeah,
I'll keep them alive.
Yeah, and because they'd failed the charge, go back to the end of my turn, slightly out of order.
Oh yeah,
I'd gone 2-0 up there. So yeah, that was how it looked. Obviously, you've charged in there and
reformed. Well, Swift reformed and moved over to be out of line of sight of your merc vets with my orcs, and then ran the hell off.
Yeah,
thinking
hobgoblins getting out of there,
realising I've made a mistake putting them there, and then just trying to get away from your mammoth hunter.
Yep. And then magic.
I get the +2 armor off on my giant.
Yeah.
I've rallied him as well.
General,
something to say, which was very nice and very welcomed. And it's, in doing so and getting the armor off, I get flammable on the unit, which means my burning steel guy and mount flaming attacks and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
It was a tough decision for me as to which spells to dispel. I hadn't really accounted for the flammable side of things here and allowing this to go off. But I wanted the merc vets, who were going to be the target of the magic missile, to survive. And so I dispelled that, and this was allowed.
I'm a big fan of alchemy. I think that's one of the best.
You love it, yeah.
Attributes there are.
Yeah.
I think it's like an extra spell. I'm getting 2 spells off there.
Well, yeah, when you've got some flaming attacks.
But you can tailor your. I think if you're clever, you tailor your list to have like flaming stuff in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, it wasn't necessarily tailored to it, but if you've got something flaming and you got the flammable, I think it's so good.
Yeah,
and you're going to get 1 spell off.
All right, come on now with your alchemy love.
I love it. I think it's so good.
Okay, so in stopping the magic missile, I thought I'd made the Merc veterans survive a little bit. Now, this isn't quite as damaging as it looks from this angle because we did the volcano cannon and we added the multiple wounds D3, which was wrong. And so actually only one of those guys died.
Yeah,
but
there's only
still,
one less wound.
Yeah, one less wound. But still, the Merc vets suffered. And talking of suffering, yeah, Giant and BSB.
Giant does 5, BSB does 3 to your general because you've got a better armor save, so are a naturally better target. It's auto break.
It is.
I've just done too many wounds, and you flee from my BSB, who catches you.
Yeah.
And that's,
the Giant went after him as well.
Yeah.
But it's BSB who did it.
And that's that really for.
It's a lot of points. It's about 1,200 points in that unit.
Yeah, big swing, and it sort of makes that all of those really safe as well. So.
Yeah, the Taurox, the Giant, the BSB, and the General are all very safe, especially with the Merc vets taking a lot of wounds. But as you can see, there's still 2 of them.
Yeah. So that's where we're at.
That's where we're at the end of Infernal Dwarves turn 4. So, charge this just for formality's sake as much as anything.
Yeah.
What else are they going to do? And move the trappers up. Yeah. And I went for these guys. Figuring, you know, I'm not going to take on this lot.
No, they're the best thing.
With 4 wounds. So, yeah, that was a breeze.
Demolish him because you've got no magic or shooting, should I say?
Oh, I have got some shooting.
Yeah,
I think I killed 1. Yeah. So if we go another 23 turns, I'll kill them. Brilliant.
I decided to charge in here because we worked out the agility means we're at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I charged, to be honest.
I think it's the right call either way.
I've got paired weapons, so I've got like 15 attacks, 15, 16 attacks like going in. So I'm just hoping to at least kill off one of the guys. But if I can do 4 wounds, happy days.
Totally. Moved up these guys in a nice little line.
The other stuff. I couldn't quite get close enough for my general to get
magic missile
close. So it meant I didn't get anything off with magic as well. So,
and the Taurox couldn't get near the objective to make it 2-1. This is your turn 5.
Yeah.
And you chaffed up them.
Yeah, so I thought he's 140 points, they're 290. So I just chaffed them up to make sure that the bigger points
were saved. Good call. Yeah, this
in combat. They did it. They lost 6 or 7 in return, but they
did
killed
exactly
off
4
the
wounds.
So that's a lot of points again. And it's a big swing because I keep mine. So happy days.
Well done, slaves. Did all right. And I charge this, obviously, because again, what am I going to do? What else am I going to do? And I killed 2 this time. It's going well. Kill him as though, just breathe on him and he dies. No, it's not literally. I don't have a breath weapon.
No.
And I believe that is how
it ended.
How it ended with a nice Infernal Dwarf unit sort of line. And that is what's left of the Ogres.
Yeah.
Who do win the objective.
But unfortunately, don't win the tie.
No, because the points scoring adds up to a 16-4.
So Infernal Dwarves do the business.
March on, and the favourites are out of the tournament. Wow.
Well, not a huge shock, because Infernal Dwarves are a good army.
I think, I said they were one of the better ones.
So perhaps Infernal Dwarves are now the new favourites.
Yeah, I think they have to be with Warriors going out. Yeah. So shall we have a look at how that leaves the draw?
So our first round 2 fixture is Infernal Dwarves
versus Highborn Elves.
Had a little discussion after the Infernal Dwarves game. We thought High Elves are probably second favourites.
Yeah, I think so.
For that. But, yeah. It'd be very
of course, Highborn Elves can only get better because they might actually have a general and a wizard this time.
Can you imagine?
Oh, wow. Although you know that the Hobgoblin Bolt Thrower is going to pull one out there, don't you?
3 wounds straight away. Yeah. Absolutely.
2, right? Yeah.
But yeah, so that's another fixture done. 5. We're racking them up.
Yeah. So quickly, best unit, worst unit for Infernal Dwarves?
Infernal Dwarves, Giant did very well.
Yeah.
I'm in one of those situations where the Giant did very well, the BSB
did really well,
and the Orc Slaves did very well.
They did all right, yeah.
I know they killed the Merc Vets and the Moblars.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
got their points back.
So probably the Giant.
Yeah,
did the main bulk of damage.
I think the Bull, the BSB and Bull.
General was useful with the spells as well.
Yeah. All round good battle.
Turok didn't do too bad. They
took a lot of shots though.
Yeah. So they took the main attention was on them.
Yeah.
To be fair to them. So yeah, LVP is probably the ambushers.
Oh yeah, or the blunderbuss blokes.
Nah, the ambushers, I reckon.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. So for me, MVP was the Sabertooth Tigers and the Mammoth Hunter.
Yeah.
The only ones pretty much that got many points. And LVP, I think, was me. I think I really screwed up the Ogres here. I made a lot of big mistakes.
There were a few mistakes early doors, I think.
Yeah, and I couldn't get out. I think my deployment was pretty bad as well, really. I mean, what is my Bombardier doing sitting behind an impassable terrain?
Yeah.
It wasn't great. I don't know what... I think because the Tauruks were there.
Yeah.
I really wanted to kill the Tauruks, and I thought I could shoot them and be done with them, then maybe march up 12 and shoot the rest.
Yeah.
So, well, firework. Great. Oh, yeah. There you go. Must be the end of the video.
Must be.
We'll leave it there. Cool. So the next battle is going to be...
fanfare or something next.
Yeah, you actually set that firework off, didn't you? Yeah. Next one's going to be this one: Vermin Swarms versus Saurian Ancients. Yeah. My Saurians.
To see who can go up against the Orcs and Goblins.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's an interesting one. My first army could go through to face my second army.
Get ahead of yourself. Vermin Swarms, smash it.
We'll see.
See you later.